Hey everybody, want to make a video here real quick. First off, let me say that this is not investment advice. This is for paper trading and for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so on Friday I made a video about AMC. If you saw that video, you know that I was looking for a pullback today to the 20-day moving average, which is this blue line right here. So a tag of the 20 and then a daily close back above the gap here at 506. It didn't quite make it to the 20-day. But it did look like it was going to close above the gap here towards the end of the day. So I did step in and I bought some of those contracts that I was looking at on Friday. They were the February 3rd 650 calls. On Friday, they closed at about 15 cents a contract. I was hoping I'd be able to pick them up for around 5 cents a contract today. And that's actually what they closed at. So before close, I picked up those contracts for 5 cents a contract. They're the February 3rd 650 calls. And the move that I'm looking for here on AMC is up to the 200-day moving average in this downtrend line, this blue line here. This chart's on log scale, and if we go back to the start of the trend line, it's at the top here in June of 2021. It's connected to this candle here on the 13th of September 2021, and you can see all the reactions on the way down. It marked the top of these other rallies. And so I think that it will make sense if this is the end of the rally, if this week is the last week of the rally in the SPY, I think it makes sense for the memes to play catch up as they usually do and to go touch their 200-day moving averages and this downtrend line. So that's around $8 a share. The contracts cost 5 cents a share. They're the 650s, so that $8 a share would be $150 a contract, or $1.50 a contract, and that would be a 30-to-1 in about 4 days or so. So that's the play there on AMC, and then the other play is GOEV. So this is Canoe. It's another EV play. It's a smaller EV company. They make some big moves, but they're another company that is quite a ways away from their 200-day moving average. And that 200-day also coincides with this downtrend line, this yellow line here. That also goes back to June of 2021, and then I have it connected here to a candle in September of 2021. And so you can see when it got below that trend line, it tried to get back above it, and when it couldn't, it fell. It fell 64%. And when it had its bounce, it made a bounce of 190% just in 5 or 6 trading days, and it went straight back to that trend line. So, and now that the 200-day is meeting up with that trend line, so that's kind of the play there as I'm looking for it to bounce to 250. I picked up the 150 calls as the play. My average cost on those is for a penny a contract. So right now at close, I think they're two pennies a contract. But sometimes if you, the bid is 1, the ask is 2. Sometimes they just give it to you at 1. But there's a little bit of volume on those, but it's quite the wild play. But if GOEV does come up to the 200-day, this week, and I think we'd probably need a move in Tesla for that to happen. But if it did, that would be $1. They'd be worth $1 a contract. So my average cost is a penny a contract. That would be 100-to-1, just in a matter of 4 to 5 days. I did also pick up some 210 150s for 4 cents a contract. So I do have 210s also. So if we look at Tesla, though, it's about 35% roughly from its 200-day right now, 39%. And that's also lines up with the neckline of this head and shoulders pattern. So you can see there's a left shoulder here, there's a big extended head, and then there's the right shoulder, and then there's the neckline. So it would make sense for Tesla to move back to the neckline, so to revisit that neckline, which is right around 225, 226, and tag the 200-day as well. Now, it might need to consolidate a little bit more and then hit this this blue line here before trying to make its next move up. So it might need to pull back to the 50-day moving average, test the gap. And in that case, these other EVs are going to fall as well. So, it's definitely, it's definitely a lotto ticket. I mean, it's not something that, has that strong of a case for it to happen. Because, I mean, Tesla just kind of sitting out here in the open. It went to the 786. It came back and tagged the 618. A lot of the times so we have this Fibonacci here that starts at the 2020 lows to the highs, and it crashed and it went straight to the 786. So a lot of the times it'll come back to the 618, and that'll be it. And then it'll make its next move down. You can see the RSI is overextended. So it's probably going to happen is it's probably going to pull back a little bit more to the 50 and then come and make a divergent high. So, maybe up here to 195, which is a little gap right here. And you can see there's a little double top action right there. So there is some resistance there at around 195. That's probably more likely. And then that would hit the 100-day moving average. But I just think a lot of these stocks that haven't hit the 200-day yet could go and hit their 200 days here within the next week or two if we're at the end of the rally for the SPY. So that's kind of the thinking on these plays here. They're definitely risky plays, lotto tickets for sure. But that's what I want to play this week, and it's the AMC 650 calls for Friday's expiration, 5 cents a contract, and the GOEV calls for a penny to 2 pennies a contract, $1.50 for this Friday's expiration as well. So those are the plays. Want to say thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.